Hello and welcome to Next Brands Presents Brand Vision 2020, a series that meets inspiring leaders from various sectors of the Indian economy and brings you their vision for India in the year 2020. These are leaders from sectors that are critical to India's socio-economic development and have a clear vision for the nation's growth. So the four accomplished leaders that we are meeting today are from the sectors of consumer durables, travel and hospitality, media and outdoor advertising, and education. Let's begin right away with our first story of the leader that took an unusual sales and marketing route to create history in the consumer durable space. In a country that thrives on age-old techniques of cleaning and sanitation, 3 decades ago, a company was warned against launching its revolutionary products in the Indian market. Ignoring the warning and thriving through the odds, Eureka Forbes is today one of the most revered consumer durable brands in India.
When they had the initial thought of starting such a company, they had given the research to a reputed consultancy and research organization. And they had come out with an understanding and observation that a vacuum cleaner, which was the first product to be introduced, can never sell in India.
The gurus told us never advertise vacuum cleaners or never advertise in direct sales. The gurus told us don't build 2 different brands. The organization is the brand in a direct sales company, not a separate brand. And we proved the gurus wrong, and we proved the pundits wrong, and we proved the gurus wrong again, and we proved the pundits wrong again. From time to time, we've been doing things that break and defy every single marketing rule there is in the rule book.
Brand Eureka Forbes had to create its own way of reaching out to consumers, and the model it employed was simply unheard of in corporate India. Instead of going the tried and tested retail way, Eureka Forbes created a sales force of Eurochamps, and the rest, as they say, is history.
A Eurochamp is a specialist. He comes armed with knowledge. He comes and tells you, he tests your water. He comes in in your home, he checks your sofa, and he gives you the best cleaning solution for that. He checks your water, he gives you the best purification technology to suit that. So every salesman goes as a hawker. A Eurochamp is not a hawker. A Eurochamp is a solution provider.
Eureka Forbes has increased its product portfolio step by step using the best of new technologies and combining that effort with the feedback from its customers. While listening to its patrons, Eureka Forbes is consistently manufacturing pioneering products in the fields of health, hygiene and safety.
We ensure that the customers are provided with good quality service. And typically, if you ask what would be the single USP for Eureka Forbes as an organization, it's not product, it's not technology, it's relationship. It's relationship with the customer, which we maintain during the time of sale and after the sale.
Eureka Forbes.
So what lies in store for the future of the Eurochamp and the direct selling model that the company has become synonymous with? Well, the company has its priorities on track and is adapting itself to changing consumer models to reach out to existing and new customers.
Direct sales was, is, and will always be core to Eureka Forbes. It will always be core to Eureka Forbes. Having said that, we are also beefing up our institutional business. We are beefing up our retail business. We are beefing up our rural business. We are beefing up our community business. So in all ways, we are actually in a strategic surround experience of the customer. Whether he's at the store, whether he's in his home, Eureka Forbes is always there for him.
Eureka Forbes is a name that stands for trust and reliability. And as a way to give back to society, the company has established a first-of-its-kind call center in India. EuroAble kick-started its operations in 2011 at the National Society for Equal Opportunities for the Handicapped at a Mumbai suburb. Today it has 80 employees and in future aims to handle about 20,000 customer calls every day.
We've taken these young people who were selling tea on the streets. One of them was contemplating suicide. Some of them were, different people doing different little things in life. And we've brought them and given them an opportunity to actually make a living for themselves, interact with customers. Everybody talks about state of the art, state of the art, state of the art. EuroAble is a state of the heart call center.
Eureka Forbes now aims to expand and spread its services globally and hopes to become a worldwide leader in health, hygiene and sanitation products by 2020.
We've moved a long way over the last 34 years. And today, our vision in Eureka Forbes for the year 2020 would be to become a global leader from just being an Indian leader in the areas of health, hygiene and safety.
There is a host of traits that Eureka Forbes stands out for, and the foremost amongst them is quality. The company that set out to change the Indian lifestyle for the better is now ready to take on the world, celebrating its biggest assets, its customers and its employees. Indeed, delighted customers and motivated employees are critical for the success of any organization. Let's take a short break at this point. Coming up on the other side, inspiring stories of two visionaries from the sectors of travel and hospitality and media and advertising. Stay with us on ET Now. Welcome back to Next Brands Presents Brand Vision 2020. On this series, we are meeting eminent leaders from diverse industry sectors and bringing you their vision for India in the year 2020. Next up, we have the story of two techies who set out to transform the ground transport services space in 2011. Today, they are using technology very efficiently to offer convenience to passengers at affordable prices. Take a look. As young techies, Bhavish Agarwal and Ankit Bhati had an inkling to start an enterprise of their own. The idea was to improve ground personal transport in the country, and so in 2010, they bootstrapped the now popular cab service provider Ola Cabs. The company officially began operations in 2011 and in this short time span has taken its wheels to 22 cities with an impressive fleet of over 35,000 vehicles that are owned by chauffeurs and vendors.
As a consumer, I used to always feel the need for better ground transport. And what existed then was either you hail an auto rickshaw, and there was huge pain points there. The drivers don't listen to you, it's overcharge, and payment is a hassle. Or you call a radio taxi, which is also not a very pleasant experience. So when me and Ankit got together, we said, can we apply technology to this industry and make it much more consumer friendly? We didn't have too much capital, so we've never really gone to the game of owning cars, and that ended up being a very, very important business model step that we took. But we said, can we improve the customer experience across the board, from booking to traveling to payments using technology? And that's how the idea of Ola came about.
Ola started out with calling itself a technology company and not a cab provider because of the mobile application that is the backbone of all its operations. The app enables quick and convenient bookings at a simple click, helping customers track vehicles nearest to them and even making payments through the mobile wallet.
We talk about cabs or transportation as a service. I think the major differentiator comes from economies of scale when we have tapped into each and every corner of the city, of the country, and we have so many customers and drivers. And then at that time, Ola has the power to fine-tune their operational efficiency with the help of technology. So we get massive amounts of data from every app session when a customer opens an app, when a driver logs in and moves around into the city, whether for looking for a customer or serving a customer. So all this data stream comes up to Ola's tech stack, and that's where we are trying to figure out what are the optimal policies for allotment, for demand, for how do we optimize on customers' revenue, how do we minimize dry run for the cabs and for the drivers.
The consistent service and affordable prices offered by Ola Cabs since inception continue to make it a popular name on which thousands rely for their daily transportation needs. Over the last 4 years, the company has adopted some innovative marketing strategies and built a brand with a large and loyal customer base to its credit.
From the time we started, we were a mobile application, primarily a mobile application that helped book a cab with one touch. It makes it extremely easy for the customer and the driver to connect to each other. Most of the initial marketing was focused around referrals and word of mouth, and from there on we've moved to 22 cities and 36,000 cars across the country today, and it takes a lot more than just referrals and word of mouth marketing to take it this big.
As men with a keen eye for technology, Ola's entrepreneurs are in line with the vision of the new government for a digital India and want to make transportation an easy online process. The company also aims at scaling up the base of entrepreneur drivers in the coming years, thus exemplifying India's vision for a skilled workforce.
See, I think the new government has laid out the vision very, very clearly. There is the Digital India vision, where all services should be accessible on a digital platform, most likely the mobile. There's the skill development vision, which is we need to empower and develop skills for millions and millions of Indians. And then there are others, ancillary visions. So I think Ola is central to both these visions. We are digital in the sense that we are a technology company. We are making this entire offline process of transportation online and enabling the customer and the driver to lead a better, more seamless life. And we're on the other end, because we don't own cars, we work with driver entrepreneurs. So our ambition is to skill 1 million driver entrepreneurs over the next few years. So I believe we are very, very excited about working towards that vision.
With regular training sessions for its fleet of drivers, exhaustive back-end operations, and an ambitious plan to spread its footprint far and wide, this avant-garde is sure to leave its marks on the roads of time. So that was the inspiring success story of Ola Cabs. Let's shift gears now and move on to the sector of media and advertising. This next leader had a rather humble beginning, but today he's ruling the streets of Mumbai with his outdoor advertising company. Despite having spent 3 decades in this business, he's still constantly looking out for new challenges. Here's his story. Mumbai, as they say, is the city of dreams. Millions dream of making it big, measuring success in just how much of a claim they can make on this city. One young man who dreamt of taking on this challenge began an arduous journey in 1981, ready to fight every battle. Today, Yogesh Lakhani of Bright Outdoor Media is the gargantuan force to be reckoned with in the field of out-of-home advertising.
मैं एक मिडिल क्लास पुअर फैमिली से था, तो मुझे मेरे फैमिली के लिए कुछ करना था। तो मैं जब रास्ते से घर पे जा रहा था, तो मैंने बीच में एक ब्राइट गारमेंट करके पढ़ा, तो मेरे को ब्राइट नाम बहुत अच्छा लग गया। तो मैंने सोचा कि ब्राइट आउटडोर, ब्राइट एडवर्टाइजिंग नाम से कोई कंपनी चालू करनी चाहिए और खुद का धंधा करना चाहिए।
This is the classic dark horse story. The beginning was difficult and it would have been easy to give up on the way. But the Lakhani way, as acknowledged by his customers, is to keep striving until you reach your goal.
स्टार्टिंग में मुझे बहुत मुसीबतें आई। मैं एक क्लाइंट के पास 50-50 बार जाता था। फिर धीरे धीरे मैंने लोगों के पास जाने लगा, तो मुझे मीडिया का नॉलेज आने लगा कि न्यूज़पेपर रहता है, रेलवे प्लेटफॉर्म बोर्ड रहता है, शटर पेंटिंग रहता है। मैंने मेरे क्लाइंट को ही पहली बार पूछा कि व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ होर्डिंग। मुझे मालूम नहीं था, तो उन्होंने बोला ये जो बड़ी साइज़ के बोर्ड लगते हैं उसको होर्डिंग्स बोलते हैं।
Today, Bright Outdoor Media offers its clients a wide range of options when it comes to out-of-home advertising. Using latest technology, it offers new age solutions for advertising needs at the fraction of a cost as compared to competition. Out-of-home media is still an untapped territory whose impact cannot be gauged in statistics. Also, technological innovations envisioned by OOH companies are constantly hindered due to red tape. But despite the impediments, out-of-home continues to have its presence felt as a favored advertising medium.
What goes into outdoor, right from digital, vinyl printing, that also he got himself associated. Then as the multiplexes came in, then, in multiplex advertising, and of course the bus panels and bus shelters and print media and television advertising, all kind of advertising he got associated and gave services to all his clients.
Anything which can be advertised in outdoor, we offer that thing. Be it advertisements on hoardings, which is the basic advertisement, on railway stations, on railway trains, even on airports, anywhere. The advertisement which you see once you go outside our home is outdoor advertisement, and we offer everything in that.
Even with rapid growth, one aspect of the business has remained constant, and that is the connection that its founder retains with his customers. From CEOs to celebrities, everyone acknowledges Yogesh Lakhani's success story as nothing short of a legend.
He began as a newspaper delivery boy, and from where to where, his journey of life has been incredible. I looked at his background. He has no formal education. Yet because of his commitment, devotion, passion, he has grown in life. He has an incredible journey in life.
From Bright's first hoarding at Malad Station in Mumbai in 1987, the struggles have been endless. From accruing a reliable client base to keeping up with established outdoor advertising media houses. Today, with more than 1,000 hoardings peppered across the city, the name Bright has become synonymous with outdoor advertising in India's financial capital. But Yogesh Lakhani's thirst for success is not confined to national boundaries. His vision is to make his company global, offering best-in-class outdoor advertising services to clients the world over.
जैसे आदमी उठेगा सुबह में तो उसको पेपर चाहिए, पेस्ट चाहिए, आउटडोर में होर्डिंग्स चाहिए, चैनल चाहिए. जैसे मुंबई की लाइफलाइन रेलवे ट्रेन है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है, वैसा आउटडोर की लाइफलाइन ब्राइट हो जावे, उस तरह का मैंने सपना देखा है.
I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference, said Robert Frost of the road he took. Yogesh Lakhani and Bright Outdoor Media did the same, one highway at a time. Innovation, customer satisfaction and good use of technology have ensured Bright Outdoor Media's success for over 3 decades now. Let's head into another short break at this point. Coming up on the other side, the story of a leader from the education sector who's setting new benchmarks for India's business schools. Stay with us on ET Now. Welcome back to Next Brands Presents Brand Vision 2020. Our last story on today's episode is of a man who gave up his cushy career to turn entrepreneur and contribute to India's education sector. Today, he's creating global management institutes that are churning out future leaders who he hopes will make India proud in every field. Here's his story. India's vision for 2020 is to emerge as Asia's next superpower, and the nation's critical sectors are driving this success story. One of these sectors is education, and one of India's most aspired qualifications is a management degree. With a vision to set new standards for India's B-schools, Manish Jain incepted Indus Business Academy at Bengaluru in 2001. Giving up a successful career, this first-generation entrepreneur chose to revolutionize India's education sector.
We always used to feel that, there is something which is missing in students, and hiring is a problem. You are not able to get what you want, so you have to spend a lot of money in training them. That's how this whole idea cropped up, that we should have an institute which focuses more on life skills and practical skills rather than getting too much into what is there in the books.
Well, we have a very strong faculty, and the faculty is very well known for their not only the teaching skills but also for their research skills, and in fact we have a very powerful research program at the campus, and we have our own journal which is known as 3D journal. And IBA's distinctiveness is actually in terms of the creativity and the creative ideas which have been generated at the IBA by the faculty of the IBA, which are now receiving worldwide attention.
Indus Business Academy offers management programs for both fresh graduates as well as experienced professionals. But providing just education is not the core agenda of this specialist business institute. This visionary school instills core market values in students, preparing them for stiff competition and long corporate battles.
Our Dean Dr. Subhash Sharma, he has subjects like management perspective, which talks of Indian theories. He has developed a lot of theories and which are well practiced. In fact, internally we practice a lot of them here, like discussion, dialogue, discourse. We have CEO concept where we talk about creative, enlightened, organic. So we try our students to instill or imbibe those values, because until you have that, you can't survive in long run.
IBA focus is not only on the skill development, but it's also on the what we call a 4-step model in terms of the skill, values, wisdom and vision. While most of the B schools end up focusing only on the first step, we have this integrative model of creating a holistic individual, and in which all the 4 steps are integrated together.
Indus Business Academy's residential campus in Bengaluru hosts around 200 students, boasting of being a campus that never sleeps. In 2006, it established its second campus in the National Capital Region at Greater Noida, and the best practices from its pioneering institute are followed here as well. Regular student and faculty exchange programs knit these 2 IBA campuses into a single family. This leading management institute hopes innovation will become an integral part of India's education by 2020 and aims to produce future-ready market leaders who will script the nation's success story.
Anything which is given free, they do not do well. Free education, students don't come. But I believe that if you have corporates coming saying that, okay, I'll give you free education, parents actually feel more secured sending them there. So there has to be a greater role of corporates getting into education, and it's survival of the fittest. So 2020 we will see a lot of institutes which are there today, they might vanish, and fairly good amount of institutes will come up who will have the niche and who will have the competence to survive.
Indus Business Academy is emerging as one of the reputed management institutions thanks to its strong focus on quality. It is among India's 27 institutions to receive an international accreditation from IACBE. Sowing the seeds of growth with 2 campuses in India, IBA plans to establish its international presence by 2020, a dream that will boost India's prowess in the education sector. Well, that was the visionary Manish Jain, who's on a mission of creating world-class management institutes. That's all we have on today's episode. Next time, we'll meet some more inspiring leaders from different sectors and bring you their vision for India 2020. Till then, it's goodbye.